Just need certainly within 36. Just get 18.
No.
Not quite.
All right.
Okay, so that means you need 5s to hit, but it fires 5 shots every time you shoot.
So 5 dice.
You're gonna shoot every turn?
It has to reload like the bazooka.
All right, buddy.
Oh,
Nice. 1, 2, 3.
All right, so 3 hits. Now, because it normally has strength 4, but because it's a vril weapon, it's strength 5. So you roll 3 dice and add 5 to each one.
Hey.
That's
All right, so that's an 8,
2, 5,
a 7, and a 7. Now, that device has an armor value of 4 and 2 wounds. So you need you need 2 4s. So it takes 1 wound, and now you need a 5. Or I'm sorry, a 4.
How many wounds is it?
Got it. It has 2 wounds.
Okay.
Okay.
I
So
thought you said
slide
it
that
needed 4s on the first one.
No. Leave the die there.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
I thought it was dead.
No, because it's armor 4,
Yeah.
and you did a total of 8 on that, and it rolled a 4,
okay,
so it's an
gotcha.
8. There you go, perfect. So the MG42 comes on, and now it's not loaded.
Okay. But he's got an extra.
He's got 1 more left.
So load it, right?
No, it costs 2 to load it.
Oh, okay.
But he's got a rifle,
Yeah,
so you can shoot at somebody.
How many?
But he doesn't have 36 with the rifle, right?
How much?
24.
Okay.
So shoot at one of
Yeah,
those guys,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
Okay.
It's got to
you
be
need a
long
5 up.
range.
You can just get 1 shot.
One shot. One shot.
Okay.
You're shooting his
It's
normal
not the
rifle.
Uber gun.
She wants the big gun.
Hey, got it.
So it's strength 4.
Big number this time.
You got it, buddy.
Hey,
Hey,
nice.
10,
now
strength 10.
your armor is 3, which means if you roll a 6, you get a 9, so you can't block it. So he only has 1 wound, so he takes it. So he's dead.
Hey,
Now
good work,
that
good work.
lowers the drive, the morale value of the other model in that unit by 1. He has a drive of 4, so now you're down to 3, so you're still good. All right, so now they're done. So back to you guys.
Okay. We got a. What's that?
What's the range on the Thompson?
18 inches. Now this will block. This will give him cover, but snipers ignore 2 points of cover, so he only gets +1. So he has. Go ahead and it's strength 5 is your gun, because it's a sniper rifle. So strength 11. Now your armor is 3, but you get +1 for cover. But he did strength 11.
So you can't do it.
Yeah, roll a 7. No. So they only have 1 wound, so he's toast.
All right.
Now, we don't have rules for picking up the other, so you can't transfer the gun.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay. So
And it
now,
costs 2
Need a
AP to...
-1 drive, right?
There you
now
go.
this is 1 unit.
Yep.
Okay. So and it takes 2 to throw a grenade.
Yes, it takes 2 to throw a grenade.
So,
well.
So he can. This guy can move forward 3
Exactly.
and shoot, and this guy could shoot, throw a
what
grenade.
happened.
Correct.
Okay. So
Lucky
we'll,
shot.
We'll throw the.
Which one do you want to do first?
We'll throw the grenade first.
All right.
Yeah, literally.
So
if
this
he
guy's
had
going to
done
throw a
1 point
grenade
less, if he'd
because he
gotten a
doesn't
5 or
care
less,
about his own guys,
would've been able to
about the
save
robot. So you need to choose a point.
Hit. Get a hit.
So the airborne, so the way indirect fire works, it's a little different. So you need to roll just a straight range combat attack roll.
Okay.
So you need a 4+.
Oh!
No, you wanted to miss because you wanted to deviate. So now,
Darn, it missed.
Now you can roll a die, and let me explain it first. You can roll a die, and then on a 1 or a 2, it'll deviate, or it'll hit that spot. In this case, it'll deviate only a D6. Or on a 3 through 6, it'll deviate the higher of 2d6. We just cheat and use a GW scatter die. So if you want to roll the GW scatter die,
Well, both of those two together? Or?
no, just the scatter die.
Just the scatter
to
die.
see how far it's going to go. So it's actually coming back at
Oh,
you.
not a good thing.
So the higher of 2d6.
Oh, that wasn't good. He fumbled it. He fumbled it. It went behind him. No.
So
he dropped it at his feet.
Basically what happens is it rolls up to the Volkstrom, who has the wherewithal to just chuck it right back at the guy. So the grenade goes chucking back, and it's the little template.
See, grenades are supposed to be good, not bad. Remember, pull the pin next time.
So it lands right back on top of him. So now you roll for the total strength of the attack is 6 plus a d6.
Now you want to roll.
So 3 dice?
No, 1 dice.
1 dice.
6 plus.
Oh, no.
5 is 11. You've got an armor 3. He's toast.
Okay, so that was a real good.
So -1.
Fred,
for that.
Fred,
Give me
what
an
happened to you, Fred?
Oh, hey.
Now, should we try the grenade again, guys?
Yeah,
You guys feel lucky?
We like that. We like that. Throw a grenade, please.
If you want to.
Hey!
You want to shoot those guys.
Okay,
Because
well-
you're too far away with the grenades. So
Yeah, he's even further back.
Well, I was going to move and shoot is what it was.
you can move and shoot.
Yeah.
All right. So you got 1 shot. Which guy are you shooting at?
We're shooting at, Puffy right there that threw the grenade back and
Okay,
hit Fred.
so you need a 4 because you're at close range. So that's a hit.
That's a hit.
So strength 4.
Yeah, I'll go and tell them.
So strength 5. You have an armor of 3, so you need a 2 up.
2 up. Roll a 2 up for us, Jake.
Oh, no problem. See,
So he's all done. Difficult terrain.
So if you bring them in right here,
Does that mean they can go over the?
Yes.
How far do they have to be from the
So if you
handler?
bring them right here, they
Line
can
of sight.
line of sight.
As long as they can see
Attack.
They're like,
All right, so he can only do 9, but he can't ignore terrain, so he
Correct.
has to stop at the wall, right?
Correct.
Now, what happens if you shoot the handler?
then that's a
Nothing. I mean, he'll die. But
they
then the
don't have
dogs
line
can
of sight.
still run around and just eat people.
even though they don't have line of sight.
So really, they don't need a handler.
They don't, but
The handler needs the dog.
exactly.
I'm not worried about the handler. The
Right.
dogs are gonna rip me
All right.
apart.
All right, so the dogs.
So the dog's charged,
Yes.
which means they get bonuses to attack. So
Okay.
what happens is you're going to roll a die, and the dogs have a CC of 3, but they
Okay.
get +2 for charging.
Okay. So
The
roll
robot gets a CC of 1, so the likelihood of the robot succeeding is nil.
So roll 2 dice.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Dice to roll them separate.
Oh.
Okay.
So the robot can't beat. No. Well, wait. You rolled a 3 plus 5 is 8. So if you roll a 6, the robot will.
So 1 a hit.
So you hit 1, and then the robot hit you too.
Oh, cool.
So your attack on the robot is strength 4 plus 2 for charging.
Okay.
So roll a die and add 6. So 10. Now the robot has an armor 5, so you need a 5 up to block it.
You gotta do it. I know it.
No. But the robot's got 2 wounds. And now the robot attacks the guy back. The robot has a strength of. Robot has a strength of 5, so it's a total 6. You only have an armor of 1, so you need a 5. So he kills one of the dogs. And because once a handler without his dogs, he suffers a -1 to his morale.
Sure. All right.
Because if he doesn't have his dogs, he doesn't have anything. So, all right. So that was 1 unit. So what about the other guys?
What do you guys think?
You got Hellsmith. You got
Let's
more.
move in him. Or her. Get a general.
We just moved the fodder in.
Yep.
You think?
They're SS. They're not.
This stuff yet?
They're
We're
slightly
kind of waiting
better.
to see where.
All right,
where
so
the
just
hero
run them
comes
in.
in.
Ben, you want
3 inches and try to fire.
No, they only have 1 action point each because they're green. They're chumps.
So just run. Can I still run with them? So that gives them 9
Print 9 in.
Put it up against the wall.
up against the wall. That's a good idea. Should we do it over here so they can at least shoot up there? Yeah, really don't like the robot. Like, yeah, move them
They're
down
afraid of
there.
the robot.
They would don't.
Our guys don't block each other. Kind of sucks.
Well, put like 1 there, and then 1 there. We want clear shots on the,
Yeah.
because then they'll get cover if we're behind there, and
like
we
right
already
here?
get cover. Yeah, that's good.
Don't make
We
him
can't-
too
the
juicy of a
dogs-
grenade target.
No, but we got that robot. Got that
they-
robot.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. We're good.
All right.
They just charged up.
So they run in. So now